Good morning from the beautiful rolling hills of Baguio, Philippines. This morning, we're going to be doing a little bit of a different format. Something that I've never really done on my channel before, but something that really needs to be addressed. Normally, I would talk about a topic-based thing in one of my live streams, but this is the nasty subject of dangerous foreigners that are seeking and looking for Filipinas. And you ladies need to be very, very careful. So we're going to breach this subject right now. Come on, let's go. Well, it's a little bit after 6:30 a.m. during filming time right now, and thank you, my wonderful Maganda Asawa. She just brought me a cup of coffee, and you can tell she is just as beautiful as the rolling hills of Baguio. Actually, more beautiful. And man, that is piping hot. So I am going to breach this subject here, and it's a subject that really needs to be. Come here, sweetheart. You can come over here. This is a subject that needs to be addressed. Oh, she's going to have a seat right there, so you'll just have to stare at me because she's going to be behind the camera. And I'm going to let my coffee cool off just a little bit. And we are going to, and sweetheart, feel free to chime in, okay? This can be a double type of thing here. So we're going to talk about the dangers to Filipinas, and the dangers specifically regarding Westerners. There are a lot of Westerners, ladies, that are mentally unstable. And then there are other Westerners who are, well, predators. Let's just put it that way. So the big thing that you really need to understand is that there are major cultural differences. Now, I mean, I'm sure you can see that. Food and the way we speak, and sometimes the way our thought processes line up, so you can get that. But there is a massive cultural difference on dating. The West is extremely promiscuous. Extremely promiscuous. So it's not in tons of guys do this. I've seen tons and tons and tons of men talk about how if they want to try their options when they come to the Philippines. That means usually they'll just kind of roll to the Philippines. They've got a couple of different ladies that they've been talking to, and they will, they'll go and visit one lady and spend some time with her. Then they'll move on to the next one, spend some time with her, and then move on to the next one and spend some time with her, and move on to the next one and spend some time with her. Ladies, that's how you're going to get your heart broken. Okay. That is pretty much normal fare for how men date in the West. They will date kind of casually. That's something that you ladies really, really need to get under your skin, that Westerners, just because they show up, doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to commit to you. They can commit to you, because men and women, their view of intimate time is completely different. Women's minds work differently because of the chemicals in their brain than men do because of the chemicals in their brain. So women typically have to have like an emotional connection with a man before they get intimate with them, where men, that's not necessary at all. A man can become intimate with a woman he gives nothing about, he has no emotional connection about, and then move on just like it's nothing. And that is a great way for a woman to get her heart wrecked, and her emotional and mental state just wrecked. Like, oh my gosh, he used me and threw me away like a piece of trash, and it's not necessarily that he thinks you're trash. You just, you offered yourself up on the plate, on a platter, like a piece of cheese pizza. And so he took it and he ate it and then moved on. So, if you haven't, guys, and I know a little bit of self-promotion here, if you haven't had a chance to go back and watch some of my live streams, just click on the live tab. And I know they're a little long, they're a little lengthy, and so on and so forth, but you might have to watch them a couple of times to kind of get down the science behind the science of love. And there's another live stream called Is Cheating Bad? And the science of jealousy. So if you go back and you watch those and you look into the science and the chemical reactions in the mind of it, and I don't get into really relationship advice or anything like that. I just kind of look at the science of it. This one's a little bit more on the border because we're kind of talking about being careful. So you ladies have to understand that there are those foreigners that are going to do that. They're going to jump from relationship to relationship to relationship because that's just what they want to do. So you really have to be careful about that. The next one you have to be careful about is the individuals who have some underlying mental problems. These would be people who are narcissistic. Narcissistic individuals, they have a really good ability to be able to kind of create their own reality, which is a stark polar opposite, completely different from what actual reality is in their true lives. If a guy is just giving you all this grandiose talk about, oh yeah, I have this, I have that, I can do this, I can do that, blah, 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 and you never really actually see any of that in the video chats and stuff, you know he's a liar. Okay, you know he's a liar. And narcissists will do that. Narcissists also have a tendency to blame everybody else for their own mistakes. Oh, it was the alcohol's fault. That's why I did something really nasty. Oh, you know what? I was on some painkillers. I was taking some pills, so I did something nasty. Well, this person did this, so I just reacted horribly and terribly and did a whole bunch of stuff that was completely awful. So that's one large thing about narcissists. They will do that sort of thing too, and you know, that's not in a normal world. Yes, people can make mistakes, but when you see that reoccurring track record, lady, you better watch out. You really better watch out. So you have to watch out for those people who have those type of some mental disorders. People with massive inferiority complexes, right? Massive inferiority complexes will show themselves in just this really toxic jealousy. And if you go back and you watch my live stream on jealousy, you're going to see the different types of jealousy. Jealousy isn't necessarily bad. Jealousy is a human emotion that shows value over something. Okay, so if I have a silver coin in my hand, and I did this example, you know, I'm not going to let everybody in the world handle that because it's worth money, and so I have this normal jealousy over this silver coin. You know, it's a protective jealousy, which is, you know, it's normal. So go back and watch that. That would be a really good one. So that toxic jealousy is usually exhibited because people have a massive inferiority complex. So you have to really, really, really watch about that in Westerners, ladies. Now, Filipinas have a persona of being very, very jealous and very, very possessive of their men, and that is a cultural thing. That's not necessarily toxic, but some Western men may perceive that as toxic, and that's a cultural issue. That's not necessarily anything that's really bad. So it's just kind of for instance, Meet the Rileys did a topic-based thing the other day, and he was talking about owning people. So I just asked my wife, my Maganda Asawa, I said, do you own me? And she said, well, looked at me kind of crazy. She said, yes, you're mine. So she's over here smiling from ear to ear. So I don't think that you should be able to claim ownership from a Western perspective of your mate until you are actually married. Okay, so remember that, ladies. The next foreigner that I want to discuss, I want to try and keep this as short as possible, is the predator. Okay, ladies, there are men out there, Westerners, who they're predators. Okay, they are looking for vulnerable Filipinas that they think they can get control of and literally turn them into their slaves. You better be careful of those type. They're always going to be angry. They're going to be showing that nasty, toxic jealousy. They're going to be showing all those types of different traits like that, and they're just going to be very predatorial. So you ladies really need to be careful of that type of person. They will be just very, very harsh with you and very predatory. They're going to expect you to just pretty much wait on them hand and foot. So you need to really be careful about that. Now, I am all for traditional gender roles. So you're going to have to kind of make that discernment. I love when my wife cooks. Man, my Asawa is the best cook. I swear she's trying to make me fat, guys. She's trying to make me fat. I do not want to change my name to the Fat Panda. I want to stay the Bad Panda. She's over there looking at me. So, but man, she cooks great. And please don't stop cooking good, sweetheart. I'll just do more exercise. All right. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but you're going to have to really watch out for that predatorial type of. If you start seeing red flags, or you start feeling like, I don't know, for some reason you're confined, and he really can't explain why he's made those decisions, then you just need to be really, really, really careful. And the next foreigner that I want you to be really, really careful about, ladies, is the dead end. Okay, it's a dead end road. It's going nowhere. It can't go nowhere, and it will never go anywhere in life. It's dead end. It's a dead end street. It goes nowhere. It's like walking off a cliff. Unless you're going to jump, it's not going anywhere. Ladies, these are the brokies. I'm sorry, they're the brokies. They are the brokies. These are the guys that they're unemployed. And I'm talking about not guys who are retired, they have their Social Security coming in, they have pensions, they've got money and investments and stuff like that. Those are not the men that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the brokies. The brokey, the lazy, the bum, the alcoholic, the pillhead, the loser who exhibits all these other type of tendencies as well. And maybe they don't exhibit, maybe they're really not the predatorial type, they're not the narcissistic type, but they're just the brokey. They'll never, ever, ever be able to come and visit you and make the relationship real, because they can't. they don't have the money to do it. They don't have the investments to do it. They don't have the time to do it because maybe they're still working at a job, or they're unemployed, or they're disabled in some way, and they just don't have the funds or resources. Living in the United States is very expensive, guys. It is very expensive. We bought this really nice meal by the strawberry farm. It came with chicken, and just for the one plate chicken, it came with like fire roasted vegetables and fried rice and a soup and a drink and everything for like $2.19. I did the math on it. You know, it was a really nice meal. And there's my sweetheart. All right, so anyhow, so what you just saw there, ladies, with the brokey, you'll never do that. You'll never do that with that man. You'll never be able to have coffee with him. You'll never be able to come sit on his lap. You'll never be able to give him a kiss, and you'll definitely not ever be waking up next to him in the morning. Oh man, she knows exactly the way I like my coffee. Absolutely perfect. Perfect amount of cream, perfect amount of sweetener, sugar. It just wonderful. So if a guy keeps putting off and putting off and putting you off and putting you off about when he's going to come and see you and when he's going to come see you, okay, that's also a dead end. Maybe he does have money, but he just keeps putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Okay, it's a dead end. It's a go nowhere. And for you Filipinas to look at an online relationship, an LDR, okay, this online relationship, that's why maybe we need to start calling them OLLDRs, okay, OLLDRs, online long distance relationship. Because having a long distance relationship that's real is one thing, like an OFW or whatever. Like me, I travel back and forth between the Philippines with my wife. So we have an LDR. But if you haven't met, it's an OLLDR. No, that's kind of crazy. I just came up with that. But it's an online long distance relationship. Guys, it's just nothing more than a modern day pen pal. Other than you can see each other in video chat and you can talk to each other and that sort of thing. It's not real unless that Westerner can actually make it real. Ladies, you've got to stop putting so much time and investment into believing that these relationships are real. They're not. Because I can push this button and the camera goes off and it's over with, and then you are left emotionally distraught. It happens all the time, and it's rare. It is actually rare when you look at the massive amount of online relationships. It's really rare that a foreigner will show up and actually meet one of you Filipinas. It's exceedingly rare that a man will show up that actually has the resources and the ability and the desire to make it real. Understand? Through marriage. Which is another thing I want to tell you, ladies. Ladies, stop jumping into bed with these foreigners, okay? Just stop it. Just stop it. You need to make it clear, okay, that even if your foreigner comes to see you, this guy that's in an LDR, you're not sleeping with him without a commitment. Okay, stop giving yourself away like a cheese pizza. I spoke to the ladies at the meetup that we just had the other day, and I used this example. Okay, to stop pretending like you're a cheese pizza, ladies. Don't give yourself away like a cheese pizza. Okay, if I'm going to go to a shop, if I'm going to go to Noble Romans and I'm going to buy a pizza, I'm going to invest in that pizza. I'm going to put money into that pizza, right? I'm not going to buy a plain nasty old cheese pizza. I'm going to buy the deluxe double cheese, double meat, loaded with mushrooms and all the wonderful toppings that I like to have. That pizza I'm going to invest in and buy because it's got exactly what I want. I'm not going to buy and invest in that nasty cheese pizza it's just plain cheese. if this makes sense. I'm not going to invest in it, okay? A marriage is a man investing in that woman, right? I will invest in that deluxe pizza. I will not invest in that. But if I'm just hanging out and, all right, Bugs. If I'm just hanging out, ladies, and someone just hands me a piece of cheese pizza for free, I'm going to eat it, okay? Because it's a free pizza. So, ladies, you turn yourself into that cheese pizza when you just hand yourself out to these foreigners just like that. You just hand yourself out. Ladies, don't be a cheese pizza, okay? Don't be the cheese pizza. Be the deluxe pizza, okay? Be the high-value pizza that a man will want to invest in. Because marriage is an investment. Make him commit. Marriage is a commitment. Investing. Be the deluxe pizza, ladies. Be the deluxe pizza. Don't just hand yourself out like a cheese pizza. Stop randomly sleeping with these foreigners. You tell that foreigner, look, I want to meet you, but I am not crawling in bed with you. I am not crawling in bed with you until there's a commitment. You're going to find out. If you say that right there, ladies, I'm telling you right now, you are going to split the rice from the hull, from the chaff, if you will. You're going to find out who the good, decent men are that really want to learn about you and really want to see if you're real and really want to learn all about you and have a commitment versus the guy that's just breezing in to just have some fun. Okay? Because if that guy has some fun with you and he rolls out and jumps back on the plane, he goes back to Norway, England, Germany, the United States, Canada, he flies out of here, I'm telling you right now, and you ended up pregnant, ladies, you're screwed in more ways than one. You're in trouble because now you've got just done. He can just delete all his accounts and you'll never see him again. Good luck chasing him down, ladies, on the other side of the planet. It's probably not going to happen. You're going to be in trouble. Don't put yourself in that position. Don't put yourself in that position. And ladies, and another thing is, a lot of these foreigners, they hop from nasty woman to nasty woman to nasty woman in the West. And they could be carrying some diseases that you definitely don't want to get. That's another thing to worry about is too, ladies. So, all right, we have gone on for about 21 minutes. We're approaching 21 minutes here, and I am going to go ahead and end this. Ladies, I really want you to avoid putting yourselves in a bad position just because this foreigner shows up and oh my gosh, he's so handsome, oh my gosh, he's got money, oh my gosh, he can take care of me, oh my gosh, blah 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 blah, because you can take yourself from the position you're in right now and put yourself in a worse position by getting involved with the wrong foreigner. Don't make your life worse, ladies. It's better to stay where you are than to make your life worse just by having a quick relationship with a foreigner that is going to wreck and ruin your life. Okay? Cultural relationships between two different cultures are difficult anyways. Okay? I'm just crazy easy because I have done so much travel to Asia in the past. I love all kinds of different foods. My wife says this to me all the time. Maya Sawa says, oh my gosh, I don't think you're American, the way you eat. I think you're Korean. I think you're Japanese. I think you're Chinese. You're not picky in your food, which is true. I mean, I'll pick up a balut and I'll eat it because I'll try it because I'm adventurous. So even that food thing is going to be kind of this grinding thing on relationships. Small cultural differences can be grinding things on relationships. For instance, Miyazawa and I, we love each other, but like in Tagalog, in your languages, you can say one word and it means this entire abstract thing. It means this entire it has this entire meaning around this one word. The English language isn't like that. The English language is very precise. It's very. So sometimes my wife and I will have communication difficulty even though we're married because she'll come and she'll say like two English words and it has this huge meaning, and I'll look at her and I'll go, huh? Or I'll just completely misunderstand what she said, and I'll go, oh, okay, and we'll just kind of go on. And then she's like, I told you about that. And I'm like, you didn't tell me about that. Yes, you did. I said, and I'm like, that's not what that means. But you said it was okay. That sort of thing. And there's a nice big Black Hawk helicopter flying over the head right there. And, yep, nice Black Hawk, nice and low. So anyhow, so cultural differences, language differences, and stuff like that, and all that can end up with issues and problems. So you really have to work on your communication, even as a married couple, and that sort of thing. Ladies, stop giving yourself away. Be crazy careful. Stop taking these online video relationships so seriously, ladies. Okay. If you guys kind of agree to disagree, if you'll say, you know what, we want to have this online relationship, but we know we're never going to meet, and it's a kind of a mutual thing, I'm all for it, as long as it's all understood. But ladies, you're going to have to make that very, very clear. Okay, and we're at 25 minutes now, folks, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this off, and I hope this has really helped you. I don't want to see you guys in a position to where you have sent some naughty photos to somebody, and now this narcissistic, crazy, mentally disturbed, alcoholic, pillhead maniac is using those photos as blackmail to hold you and control you. Yeah, so don't be sending those nasty, dirty photos, or doing anything in live video chat where you're kind of okay. Because I can bring my Asawa out here right now, and I can tell you, her and I have never done anything like that. We haven't. It's just not my mentality. It's not her mentality. We don't need to do anything like that. Now, I'm not going to say that she hasn't bought her little sexy black dress or something like that. You can go to her channel and see the short that she's going to post about her little black dress that she bought for me. And she hasn't sent me a photo of something like that. But nothing lewd, nothing nasty. Lady, stop sending those type of pictures, okay? Oh, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add one more thing. If you have a foreigner that's doing nasty, unwelcome things, and he's sending you those pictures and sending you videos, and he's trying to talk you into doing nasty things in video chat or something like that, and it makes you uncomfortable, ladies, cut the cord. Just cut the cord, okay? And if this guy is just this predator where he's just jumping from woman to woman to woman doing this type of stuff, you need to put him on blast. Do you understand? There are channels out there that expose these foreigners now. Just get in touch with them. One would be like the Drunken Slug channel. One would be like the Ace Ventura channel, if you guys know those channels. I'm telling you, ladies, we have to protect you, ladies. You ladies, you have to protect your sister Filipinas from these roving predators and these sickos and these people who are mentally deranged, okay, people with mental issues, okay? You have to start protecting each other from that, because you'll get yourself and your other Filipinas into some big trouble. It's an entirely different world, ladies, and staying silent about sickos is not the thing that you should do, okay? All right, and that's enough said. You guys have got to reach out. If you have an issue like that, you guys can feel free to email me or anything like that, and that would be fine. That would be wonderful. And my lovely Asawa is bringing me a really wonderful breakfast. Look at this. This is blueberry jam on some beautiful French toast that we got at a French bakery here in Baguio. And I am going to go ahead and end this. Ladies, you got to defend yourself, and you have to defend your sisters. Okay, if you don't, these predators are going to run rampant through the Philippines like they have been doing for decades now. You've got to stop it. Stop the wildfire. It's like a wildfire raging through the Philippines, all right? And this is already going up to 30 minutes, and I know I get long-winded. So, ladies, I will see you on the next Bad Panda videos. You're coming back. You know you are. We'll catch you on the next one. Maganda asawa. Ooh, man, this is good. Yummy blueberry. Oh, man. I'm very blessed. Do you feel blessed?
Very blessed.
Mahal na mahal kita, asawa ko.
I love you too.
Bad panda, bad panda.